All right, guys, welcome back to another one. I'm the Gold Standard, and today we are getting into it with quite possibly the most anticipated leader from EBO2, Green Purple Luffy. Now, many people say this deck is going to be meta defining, and I absolutely agree with them. So today we're going to jump into a how-to so that you not only know how to pilot this leader, but you also know how to beat it when you see it. So guys, sit back, kick your feet up, and let's play some One Piece. So first things first, let's talk about the leader and a little bit about the general strategy. So Green Purple Luffy is a new 4-life 5k leader, and his leader ability reads, activate main once per turn, Dawn -2 if you only have Straw Hat crew type characters in play. Set up to 2 of your rested Dawn cards as active, and then this leader gains plus 1000 power until the end of your opponent's next turn. So basically you can send 2 Dawn to your Dawn deck, stand 2 rested Dawn, and now use them for something else. Plus give your leader a 1000 power boost until the end of your opponent's next turn. So this effectively makes Luffy a 6k leader as long as you're willing to pay those 2 Dawn. So the general strategy with this deck is to utilize the new Sanji and Pudding, which I'll talk about in a little bit, to replenish the Dawn that you are using with your leader ability, but also to use that 2 Dawn that you are standing with your leader ability to spam out more of these mid-range bodies, like these 2 Zoros, Sanji Pudding, Luffy, because really by like turn 4 or 5, you can have a full board of 5, 6, and 7k swingers that are all attacking into your opponent, and your leader during that whole time is also a 6k leader. And so that's what I mean by this deck being a mid-range deck, because it's not necessarily as fast and low to the ground as something like Zoro, but it also doesn't play as many tall characters like Shanks, for instance. And when we get into the lines of play, you'll see exactly what I mean about building that board state where you have multiple 5, 6, and 7k attackers attacking into your opponent. So guys, let's break this deck down by all of its components and take a look at what we've got. So up first, we have Dawn Manipulation. And these are all cards that utilize some form of ramping Dawn or returning Dawn to your Dawn deck to make their effects work. So first, we already talked about the leader, which returns 2 Dawn, stands 2 rested Dawn, and gains 1000 boost. Now, the big problem with the leader ability is that when you start spamming it a lot, you run out of Dawn because you're always returning 2 Dawn, and you get those 2 Dawn back, sure, next turn, but that means that you will always stay at the same Dawn every turn. So that means that if you start using this at 4 Dawn, and you don't have anything on the board to ramp Dawn, you're always going to be at 4 Dawn for the entire game. That's where this new Sanji and Pudding card comes in, which is a 5-cost 7k character that reads, your turn once per turn. When 2 or more Dawn cards on your field are returned to your Dawn deck, add 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active. And it also has an on play which reads, if the number of Dawn cards on your field is equal to or less than the number of your opponents, draw 1 card. So what happens with this is if you have 1 Sanji and Pudding down on the field, you can use your leader ability, you'll deramp by 2, you'll stand 2 Dawn up, and then you'll get a 3rd Dawn standing from the Sanji and Pudding. So with 1 Sanji and Pudding down, you're actually only going to be able to go up 1 Dawn per turn with the 2 Dawn that you get each time your turn starts. But if you have 2 Sanji and Puddings down, or any other type of card that ramps, so for instance like the old Zorojoro, you can actually basically use the leader ability for free every time. And that's kind of the board state you're trying to create with this deck, is to have 2 Sanji and Puddings down, and then get this next new card down, which is the 6-cost 7000 power new Monkey D. Luffy that reads, if your leader is multicolored and your opponent has 5 or more Dawn cards on the field, this character gains Rush, and when attacking once per turn, you may return 2 of your active Dawn cards to your Dawn deck, set this character as active, and then add 1 card from the top of your life cards to your hand. So the big thing that you have to notice about this card is you have to return 2 active Dawn cards to activate his when attacking ability, which restands him. And that's why he can really only be used to his maximum efficiency with this new leader, because this guy stands 2 Dawn every time. And so if you play this card on 6, you can put him in, use your leader ability, put 2 Dawn back to your Dawn deck, restand 2, swing with this guy, return 2 more Dawn to your Dawn deck, and then swing again. And so you can see how quickly you can use Dawn if you don't have something that regenerates Dawn. And then finally, the last card is the one card that's carrying the entire purple archetype, which is the 1-cost Gum Gum Giant, and that's a counter that reads, Dawn -2, you may trash a card from your hand. If your leader has the Straw Hat type, up to 1 of your leader or character cards gains plus 4000 during this battle, and then you draw 2 cards. And so again, the reason I put this in here is because it is Dawn -2, your leader is Dawn -2, and the new Monkey D. Luffy is also -2 Dawn. And so if you're spamming a lot of these minusing Dawn cards without some way to replenish Dawn, you're going to end up getting stuck at 2 to 4 Dawn very easily. So these are the different Dawn manipulation options that you have. So up next, we have the Searcher's Inconsistency, and as I pointed out, this deck basically revolves around finding Sanji and Pudding. So what you'll notice is that we are actually playing 3 different searchers and potentially even a 4th. So let's go through these so that you can understand how they work. So up first, we have the 1 cost 2000 power Nami, who is a 1k counter that allows you on play to look at the top 5 cards, reveal 1 straw hat, and then bottom deck the rest of them. We also have the 4 cost 6000 power Zoro Joro, who has the same ability, look at the top 5, grab a straw hat, and bottom deck the rest of them. And then finally last, we have the 1 cost when you're at sea, you fight pirates event card, which reads main, look at the top 3 cards from your deck, reveal up to 1 straw hat, kid pirate, or heart pirates type card, and then place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So all 3 of these allow you to dig up straw hat characters. And then the reason that's important is because obviously this Sanji and Pudding is a Big Mom / straw hat type character. But included in this Searcher's Inconsistency is the new Sanji and Pudding because of their second ability, which is the on play. If the number of Dawn cards on your field is equal to or less than the number of your opponent's field, you can draw 1 card. And so when you play this, especially like later in the game when you've been de-ramping, you get a card draw. And then finally, last but not least, is the new 1 cost stage, which reads on play, if your leader has a straw hat type, draw 1 card, and then activate main. You may rest this stage if the number of Dawn cards on your field is equal to or less than the number on your opponent's field. One of your straw hat type characters gains +2 cost until the end of your opponent's next turn. So yes, this card gives you another card draw, but just as a side note, this deck struggles going into black decks, and this is the 1 card that you have to see to give you any chance of surviving that matchup because it adds +2 cost to any of your straw hat type characters, just making them harder to remove from the board. So these are all of your Searchers and Consistency cards. And then finally up next, we'll talk about all the different tech spots in this deck because there actually aren't that many, but there are definitely some key cards that you should know about. So up first, we have the 3 cost 2000 power Nico Robin, who is a 1k counter. And her ability is that she's a blocker, and on KO, Dawn -1, you can look at the top 3 cards from your deck, grab a straw hat, and bottom deck the rest. And so this is what I mean when I said that there's actually a 4th Searcher that you can play in this deck, and it just goes to show you how important it is to find the Sanji and Pudding card, because there are no other decks that are playing 4 Searchers. Up next, we have the new 3 cost 4000 power Frankie, who is a 1k counter, who reads on play or when attacking, if your leader has the straw hat crew type, and the number of Dawn cards on your field is equal to or less than the number on your opponent's field, add up to 1 Dawn card and rest it. So on play, you get 1 rested Dawn if you have less Dawn, and when you're attacking. And so a lot of times, like I pointed out, if you're only playing the Sanji and Pudding, you don't really have another way to get Dawn back. And so if that's a problem that you're running into consistently when running this deck, I urge you to play more of this card. Up next, we have the 4 cost 5000 power Zoro, who is a 1k counter, and it reads, if your opponent has 2 or more characters, this character can attack characters on the turn in which it's played. So he has like a pseudo rush option, and his second ability is on play, if your leader has the straw hat crew type, rest up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 4 or less. So you can play him, rest a 4 cost, and then just immediately attack into it, which is a pretty cool trick, and into some matchups it really does matter. But I don't know that you would need more than like 2 of these in the deck. And then finally, we have the 0 cost Gum Gum Jet Gatling event, which reads, counter, you may trash 1 card from your hand up to 1 of your leader or character cards gains 3000 power during this battle. So if you're running into an issue a lot when you're playing this deck and you have a lot of bricks in hand, playing 1 or 2 of these 0 cost events so that you can pitch them and counter is a great way to balance that out. So now that you know all the different tech options, let's just go into the deck list real quick so that you can see the ratios and I can explain why they're in there. So now that we're back in the deck list, you can see that I'm actually playing 2 of each of those tech options. And this is really because I built this deck knowing nothing about what the current meta is going to be like. Like if you jump into the sim right now, it's basically the Wild West. And so I have cards in here like this that really help into the Dofi matchup. I have cards like Frankie that help you just replenish Dawn if people are removing your Sanji and Pudding. I have Nico in case I want to search more. And honestly, I have the 0 cost event in case I just draw into a bunch of these bricks. And so right now, I think this is a very well balanced list. But as the meta shapes up, guys, you'll be able to tailor some of these tech options to your gaming style and also what you're seeing in the meta. So now that you understand all of that, let's jump into the ideal curve so you know how to use all of these cards. So up first, we are going over the odd curve, which is typically what you want to be using with this leader because you're trying to get things onto the board quickly. And like I said earlier, really pressure your opponents in that mid range. So turn 1, you're either going to play your Nami Searcher or your 1 cost stage event. And it really just depends on, you know, what you're playing into. If you are playing into like a Lucci, for instance, getting down an early stage will really help you. If you don't have a Sanji and Pudding in hand, obviously play the Nami so that you can find one. Turn 2, you can play either one of your 3 cost characters. So Nico if you need to find Sanji and Pudding, or Frankie if you're worried about replenishing Dawn quickly. Now turn 3 at 5 Dawn is where this deck really starts to move, and you have to pay attention to what your ending Dawn is here. So at 5 Dawn, you're going to play Sanji Pudding, you're going to activate your leader ability and send 2 Dawn back to your Dawn deck and restand 2 Dawn. And then Sanji and Pudding is actually going to give you another active Dawn for a total of 3 with 1 rested. And so technically what you can do is you can play another 3-cost character, whichever one here that you maybe didn't play, or you can use that to just swing in with or play another Nami Searcher or something like that. But the point is that at the end of this turn, you end the turn with 4 Dawn. Now turn 4, you go from 4 to 6 Dawn, and you can do something very similar because you're trying to get these Sanji and Puddings down. So you'll play Sanji and Pudding for 5 Dawn. You have 1 Dawn standing, so you'll use your leader ability, send 2 back, restand 2, so you have 3, and now you have 2 Sanji and Puddings down. So you'll get 1 from each of them. So you actually technically have 5 Dawn to work with. So you could actually play another Sanji and Pudding, but I said you'd probably have a 4-cost in hand, so maybe another Searcher or the Zoro or, you know, any of the other cards that you have that you want to just apply pressure with. And then finally at turn 5, you can play this new Luffy because you already have so many different things that can replenish Dawn on your board that his ability is not going to hurt you as bad. So you come into this turn with 8 Dawn, you play Luffy for 6, you use your leader ability, return 2, restand 2. If you have both of these on the field, you get 2 more. And so now you have 6 Dawn again to work with. So you can swing with everything, put 2 more Dawn onto Luffy, swing for 9, send the 2 active Dawn back, and then swing for 9 again. And no one's going to be able to stand up to that pressure. And so that's why I say that when you're playing this deck, you can see that it's just like a ton of these 7 and 8K swings that are just coming at your opponents over and over. So guys, that is the ideal odd curve. And you can definitely see this in action in the gameplays because it's very achievable based on how many searchers we're playing. Up next, let's get into the ideal even curve. But before that, guys, if you are getting any value out of this video, please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It really does help the channel out. And guys, if you are looking for another way to support the channel and already planning to buy cards, I do have a TCG player link in the description of all of my videos. It gives me a small percentage of whatever your purchase is. Currently, we're sitting at like $65 in the account, and my plan is that once it hits 100, I'll buy a box of whatever the newest set is and give it away on the channel. And with EBO2 right around the corner, guys, we could make it work. But if you use the code, great. If not, no worries. I already appreciate all the support you've shown just by watching. Now let's get back into it. Cool, so now let's take a look at the even curve. So on turn 1, you've got 2 Dawn, so you can put technically both of our 1-cost plays out on the same turn if you have them in your hand. You've got the Nami for search, and you've got the Going Merry to draw 1 card and also protect you against removal. Turn 2, we are at 4 Dawn, and the ideal play is to definitely play Zoro Joro because you get to develop a 6K swinger and search for another Sanji Pudding potentially. Turn 3, again, this is where the magic happens because you're going to come into this turn with 6 Dawn. You're going to play a Sanji Pudding, which will leave you 1 Dawn standing. You're going to use your leader ability to return 2 Dawn, restand 2 more Dawn, and then the Sanji and Pudding is going to give you another 4th Dawn active. And so what you can do from there is you can play, you guessed it, one of your Zoros, and then you'll end the turn with 5 Dawn. Look how crazy this is because already by turn 3, you've developed a 7K, a 6K, and a 5K swinger potentially. Now going into the next turn, you are coming up on 7 Dawn, and so you can do the exact same play. Put Sanji and Pudding down. You have 2 standing Dawn right now. Use your leader ability to return 2 Dawn. Stand 2 more, so you have 4. Both of these Sanji and Puddings will give you 2 more active Dawn, so you're at 6. And then you can play a 4-cost. You can play another Sanji and Pudding. Technically, you could even play one of these 6-cost Luffys. It's totally up to you. But the point is to just keep spamming the board with bodies so that you can just outpace your opponents. And then by turn 5, you're using basically anything you have on the board to just swing into your opponents, and you're using Luffy to finish the game. And mind you that while all of this is happening, you are basically a 6K leader from turn 3 onwards. And so this is what I mean about Luffy being basically a 6K leader. So he's like Whitebeard or RP Luffy in that sense. So you can see that the even curve is also just as effective as the odd curve. It really just depends on who you're playing into and which curve you want to use. I would say the odd curve is slightly more advantageous for this deck and will get you pressure quicker. But I mean, you can see that the even curve puts in work. Cool guys, so that's all I've got for the new GP Luffy. I hope all this helps. And I hope I see all of you not only playing this deck, but winning with it. And if you do run into it, that you know how to beat it. So guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And let's get into some gameplay. All right, we are in it with a Blackbeard, and I took first. We have the Sanji Pudding, so I'm just going to keep this because if we can drum up a Going Merry on turn 1, we're in a decent spot. And we do. That's awesome. That is awesome. I know it puts them on curve to go first, but I think that it still puts us at an advantage. Also, because Going Mary's online the whole time. Yeah. Okay, so we go here, draw the card, go here, hit him for 7, and we are off and running. We take that first one. A blocker in this matchup, it's kind of good. A cheap blocker like that. So he goes Burgess immediately. And I think that's kind of sort of a misplay. And he is black holing us right now, but we've got everything we need. So we're going to go here. We're going to leader ability. We're going to do this, pop these up, gain the 1 back. And I'm tempted to just swing 8 or 9 even, but I'll leave the 1 up just in case, because we do need card draw. So I'm going to use it now, probably. I'll save it. I'll just bluff it just in case. I mean, he takes that. Doesn't really matter. I probably won't use this right now, just because we do have a lot of 2Ks. Oh, I meant to use this on this. That was like the entire point, guys. Oh, man. Hopefully he doesn't punish us for that. And he does. We get finger gunned. I am going to just counter this because I need to buy myself a little bit of time. I'm going to use the 1K. That's fine. Doesn't swing with this. That's interesting. Okay, we do this. This time I am not. We don't get black hold, which is cool. This time I'm not going to make that mistake again. We'll get this back. I think we put this into play also. Yeah, we'll definitely go into this as well. Because if we can just keep forcing him to have the removal, that's fine. Like he just has to have it kind of thing. Losing Sanji Pudding on that first one sucks. Even for Nosuke here, if we can get to 8 Dawn, isn't terrible. Searcher again. He's building up his trash. Smart that he didn't attack that turn, I guess. I was hoping he would so we could just clear that guy right off the board, but no can do. All right, so what's he getting back into play? Doesn't look like anything. He's just putting Kuzan down for fun. Is he swinging 6, 7? He is Kuzaning. Oh, into another Burgess. Okay. So he probably will swing with this Burgess this time. And he puts down a blocker, which is good. He doesn't swing? What the heck, guys? Did he just like forget to swing? Like, I for sure thought he was going to swing with this because he has a blocker. I mean, yeah, I'd have to use all of my attacks to get through, but I think it's worth it for him. Because he can, yeah, okay. I don't know. That's just me, though. So we'll put this guy in. Leader ability. We'll put these up. Gain this 1 back. Let's go 7. Let's see. I'll save him for last. So let me think. If he, yeah, we'll have to go here because if he gets a finger pistol off of life, so we'll attack with this guy first. Because if he gets a finger pistol off of life, he can't get these 2, but he could get this one. Then I can go 7, 7. I can leave 1 Dawn up for Gum Gum if I want to. Yeah, so let's go 7, 7. Let's go 7 again. Honestly, I'm going to just use this right now. No reason not to. I mean, his hand is so bad right now. Yeah. I'm going to do it right now. I mean, he either gives us a ton of counter and has 1 play, which is 10 Beard next turn, and tries to clear our board, which I don't think it's going to happen. Or yeah, he takes that life. And now this dude, he needs to clear our board. But we have like so much counter right now. Like something's going to survive. And if it's this guy, he's absolutely done. Okay, black holes us. hard pass. Actually, we'll use... Ooh, Usohachi could be good because we could rest something. Oh, he quits. Yeah, there was no way he was going to make it through that. Look at that hand. Wow. GG's. I mean, that was fast. Yeah. And we even lost the Sanji pudding. Anyway, damn. GG's. GG's. That was a fast one. All right, we are in it with a Shanks here. So let's go ahead. Do we want to keep this? We have a lot of search here. It's tough to say because we just have so much search. I'm going to keep it. I'm going to try it. Let's grab... We'll grab her because we need more search. We get 2 more searches. So we can probably find Sanji and pudding here. I do need a Gum Gum Giant at some point, but I think for now... That's not a... Oh, that's a Wano. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, we'll take Gum Gum here. Let's get another one of these out. Really? Not going to give us a Sanji and pudding. There we go. We'll see if he... we got to noob check him. Okay. He's aight. Yeah, we take that. 100%. Go here. Gain the 1. Let me think about this. So we go... I get 3 here. I could put her in. I could also just swing big, but I think I'll just go 6 here on 5. And we'll put Nico in. End the turn. So he's got 6. He can't get rid of this just yet. Never mind. He can. Let's do this. We'll draw a card. We'll grab another Sanji pudding, maybe? No. I guess I could try this. Well, we'll grab him. Let's go here. We'll grab another Sanji pudding, maybe? We do not. But we do get another one of him. So we can continue our searching game. I don't want to return any Dawn here because we'll just lose out on so much upkeep. So he can Rayleigh us here, which would go fairly hard. I mean, I guess I could take this. He's going to Beckman, it looks like, this guy out of here. I'm going to go ahead and counter this. Because we can potentially grab another... There's our Sanji. Okay. We can play both of these, actually, this turn, I believe. He's at 8. We're at 8. I could even maybe play this. We'll see. Let's go here. We'll leader ability. Get the 2 Dawn. Get the 1 back. Let's go here. He's going to not be good, so we take an Uso. Take an Uso. And, I mean, I leave the 1 up for Gum Gum Giant, I guess. I guess I could. I don't know that I really need to. Yeah, I'll leave it up. End our turn. So next turn, we're only coming up on 8, so I could actually use this. Shanks probably comes down here. No blocker there. We'll give him a 2K because I have a feeling Shanks is coming down. Yep. We just have to take this. We don't have to, but I'm going to. So we're at 9 to 10. I can start saving Dawn up for these. Let's think about this because I need to get him down. I don't need to, but it'd be nice to sooner than later. I still have blockers. We can get rid of him, maybe. I mean, he's got so much protection, though. Let's see, what do we got in our trash? I've used kind of a lot of stuff. I'm going to put this guy in. Even though he's not necessarily great right now. Let's go here. We'll do the whole thing with our boy. I kind of want to just develop another body here, actually. Maybe grab a 2K off of it also. I think I will. We don't get a 2K, but we get another Gum Gum Giant, which is kind of good. Also, we could get another Sanji pudding in. But, I mean, I don't know that we'll survive that long. So let's go... Let's think about this. Because we can go... He's now a 7. Let's just go 7, 6, 6, 5, stuff like that. I'm not going to use this guy's ability, obviously, because I don't have the 2 Dawn up, but I also just don't really need to. I kind of want to save Dawn. Okay, got a lot of cards out of his hand there. I mean, another Shanks would go pretty hard. A Rayleigh would go pretty hard right now. A Dragon, I mean, anything would go pretty good for him. Six on 5, 100% no. I kind of want to just gum here, but I don't need to. 8 on 6. Yeah, this one will gum for sure. Get rid of you. Go here. Because what's he do? Rayleigh? I'm assuming he's going to Rayleigh. It'd be kind of fun to use this to attack into a Shanks and use the double attack and clear it. Yeah. A 2K? Yeah, we'll take Furnosuke. Dragon. Okay. It goes a 6 there, huh? Yes, you can have that. I really didn't think we'd have time to play another Sanji Pudding, but we could have. 100% we could have. I wonder if I could leave 2 Dawn up and survive next turn. I mean, there's a chance. I'm going to try this. Let's go here. Leader ability. Let's go like 5, 5, 5, 6. I mean, there's a chance we survive next turn. If he goes for game, that is. Especially with 2 Gum Giants here. We'll just have to see. I don't really want to restand this, but I should. That's fine. Okay. Oh, I shouldn't have restood that, actually. I didn't mean to do that because we took a life there. That was silly. Now we definitely don't survive this turn. I'll take that. That's just a big hit, sure. Hopefully he just puts all his Dawn on here. That'd be funny. 6. Nope. 10 on 6. Okay, we get rid of this. We'll trash you. Give you that. Dude, 2 of those. That's not what you want to see on that. Yeah. I mean, all right. I mean, all right. GG's, friends. GG's. I can't believe that, guys. I did not think when I burned his life, I didn't think that we'd be able to. I mean, I knew we had a lot of card draw and opportunity, but poor guy, he's got to be fuming. The counter you can develop in this deck is nuts. All right. All right. GG's. GG's. All right, so we're in it with a purple Luffy, and this is a decent matchup for us. I mean, they're taking first. So you want first, but I have to mulligan this for sure. We don't have any of this stuff. Okay, cool. So let's go here. Let's grab... I mean, I guess we grab this. It'd be nice to have a Zoro there, but whatever. Zoro goes real hard there. And then he plays Zoro Joro. That's what I wanted. We don't get it, but we get this, which I'll put down for sure. And we'll go here. Electric Luna goes pretty good in this match because we can freeze everything. You know, Luffy Taros, all of it. And he doesn't have it right now, which is perfect for us. He didn't actually get the Luffy Taro on curve. He grabs Sangro. Maybe he just didn't have something to play off of it, but I'll take it. I'll take it. And then what? Swing 5? So he is setting the stage for a Gum Gum Giant. I'll give him the 2. We'll take the 5 here. Do we want to? I'll take it. Sure. So we do get Going Merry here, so we'll draw a card. We'll go here. This is good. This is actually very good for us. We can get several turns of that off. And we have just nothing but 2Ks in hand. So let's go here. We'll restand all this stuff. I mean, we could clear this, I assume. Let's go. Let's try it. I mean, either we get a ton of counter or he gives it to us. Honestly, I'll take that. Like, I'll take that. Cool. That's a super soft purple Luffy hand right now. Because even if he, I mean, he can play 9-Mom here, put this in our life, things like that. But if he attacks, we can freeze it all. I probably should have used this on this just in case, but it's all right. We'll see. 2 turns in a row of freezing stuff, if we can develop bodies, is pretty nice. Yeah, so he's just going to go 6s here. We're at 5 and he's at 9, so I'll give him this because we can play a bunch of blockers too, and then I can chain these and we can really put some pain on this guy. Yeah. He doesn't play this into anything, which just blows my mind, but whatever. So we play this. We get all this back. I'm going to play this time because we're at 7 and he's at 9. So yeah, we can, I mean, we have to take Nami here because we can grab another Gum Gum Giant potentially. That's kind of the goal. Yeah. Because we can go with Luna. We'll freeze these 2. He's going to attack with these next turn. We can Luna everything again, and following turn maybe go for game. I really want a Luffy. That's what I want. Or 2 Gum Gum Giants. Both of those are good. But I think we can survive this next turn. So we'll go here. And let's go. We'll go 6, 7, 7. Freeze everything. No, 6, 6, 7. Freeze everything. Yeah, this dude is just countering. I mean, I'm assuming he's got Gum Gum Giant here. Takes that. All right. Freeze those guys. I'm just going to protect this just in case. I don't know what he could possibly have, but we'll try it. So we'll see what he does here. I mean, he's going to attack with this for sure. Leader. I might be able to... I mean, I'll be able to counter out of a lot of this. 8 on 6. Yeah, see, that's kind of what I was hoping. Because we can Gum Gum Giant here. Yeah, because he's trying to clear up the board a bit. We'll get rid of this because I need something. Yeah. All right, all right. Because if he plays 9-Mom, like, he can remove 2 things. That's why I did it this way. Now he has to, like, expend Dawn to make that work. And we'll Luna all of this next turn. I can drop one of these. And what I'll probably do is just drop it and not use its ability and save it for the following turn. So he does Luffy Taro here, which I'm sort of okay with. And a blocker. Nice. Very nice. And then what's he, swing 8 on something? Be cool if he swung on this. Yeah, so we keep that. Cool. So we'll Luna all of this. We'll drop in a Luffy here. So yeah, that's how we'll do this. Because then we have a ton of Dawn to work with. Because let me think. Well, Luffy, we'll have 3. I can survive that without a Gum Gum Giant this next turn. Probably, because I have the 2 life. Conversely, we can just go heavy, Luna everything, and keep the Gum Gum and just save this for next turn. That's probably good. We'll do that. Is that good, though? I mean, I feel like we have to go here. Yeah, we'll go here. We won't use his card action. Because like this is gonna freeze 3 different attackers. And maybe, yeah, he gets a rush body in, but we have a little bit of, we'll have counter maybe? Oof, this is tough. Okay, so he gives us that blocker, which is kind of wild to me. Yeah, because we'll get the Dawn back. So yeah, no, this will be fine. We'll do this. This will be good. And then we can gum. Yeah. This plan works. This plan works. It worked great. Okay. I mean, this is kind of crazy. Yeah, because we get these back and then we get the 2 back. Okay, yeah, we're good. The plan is fine. We go here, we freeze all that, and then we go 7. We go 7/7 here. I honestly thought he would have more counter. Otherwise, we could have saved this guy for the end and potentially, I mean, we could have ended the game here. Yeah, I mean, we absolutely could have. That's wild. Yep, end the turn. So Purple Luffy is one of our good matchups. I will say that. Yeah, GG's. GG's, man. Yeah, that was brutal. Good game, good game.